Okay, well, French President Emmanuel Macron is accusing his political opponents of creating chaos after left and right-wing lawmakers voted to oust his prime minister just 3 months into the job. In a public address Thursday, Macron said he will appoint a new prime minister in the coming days, one that he says will reach consensus in a bitterly divided parliament. Currently, no political party holds an absolute majority in France's legislature. In his address, Macron said, quote, "I will never take the blame for the lack of responsibility of others. We can't allow ourselves to be divided or to do nothing." Angela Charlton joins us now. She's the Western Europe News Director for the Associated Press. Angela, great to have you on the program today. I want to level set for a moment. I think it would be helpful for some context for our viewers. Just how bad are the political divisions in France right now? Has the country been in this situation before?
No, in fact, this is unprecedented for France. We're in a situation with a hung parliament. We've got 3 political factions that are roughly equally balanced, and they absolutely do not get along and can't agree on anything. This is the far right of Marine Le Pen, the left-wing parties, and Macron's centrist center-right camp. And this has been the case since elections in July, and this parliament has been able to do almost nothing so far except bring down the government this week.
Well, in the U.S., we are no strangers to sides not getting along, so I hear you on that. I'm curious, I mean, Macron says he will not step down. So in your perspective, how much of the political turmoil you're seeing is a result of his actions?
Well, Macron himself acknowledged in his address to the nation tonight his own share of responsibility in what's happened now by calling those snap elections in the summer that left this hung parliament and in fact made things worse for him and for France than they were before. So he's aware of that, but he also stood his ground, was very firm, saying he is going to stick it out to the rest of his term. It's another 2.5 years before his term is up.
And so, of course, the next prime minister is going to have a lot to handle once this person's named, including a budget issue that partially drove that vote of no confidence. So what do you think are some of the immediate challenges that this person would have to deal with?
Well, it's kind of everything. But as you say, the budget was key. That's the reason that the government fell, is that the parties couldn't agree on a budget for 2025. So here we are a few weeks away from the new year with no budget. So that's going to be #1 priority. Macron did say tonight that he would try to push through a bill in Parliament as soon as possible that would allow just an automatic levying of taxes and things starting on January 1st so that basic services could continue. And France does have a slightly different structure from the U.S., so you wouldn't have a full U.S.-style shutdown January 1st, but it's still a problem for many sectors, and it's something that's worrying financial markets as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, investors don't like uncertainty. I don't care what market they're playing in. Well, let's kind of shift gears, though. I mean, Saturday, right? It's meant to be such a big day for France. It's the reopening of Notre Dame after that devastating fire. President-elect Donald Trump is set to be there along with other world leaders. Do you think this political uncertainty is overshadowing all of that?
Well, it is. It's bad timing for Macron. He's got this big show he's been planning for 5 years, basically, that's starting on Saturday, including all kinds of visitors, as you say, with including Donald Trump. And now he's got no government. Everything's in turmoil. It does remind us a bit of the situation right before the Paris Olympics. That's when we had these snap elections and things were up in the air and things were very stressful. But I think that based on what we saw in the summer during the Olympics, Macron will probably try to do the same thing and just turn all of his energy toward the cathedral, toward the reopening. He will not make any reference to the political situation, and he'll just try to rise above it and make this weekend all about the heritage of humanity, this magnificent cathedral rising from the ashes for the world to enjoy, and really distance himself from the politics at home.
Yeah, I mean, it is set to be a momentous occasion, so I guess the political problems can wait for Monday. Angela Charlton, really appreciate you joining us tonight. Thanks.